Good morning. Thanks for joining me today. I'm here to highlight the work St. Louis County is doing to help survivors of domestic violence and the ongoing efforts to reduce the number of people impacted. October is National Domestic Violence Awareness Month, a time set aside each year to acknowledge the 10 million people nationwide who experience domestic violence annually. According to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, 41.8% of Missouri women and 35.2% of Missouri women experience intimate partner violence sometime during their lifetime. And it was 30 years ago, in 1992, that the late Buzz Westfall, along with a group of concerned residents, responded to the lack of a domestic violence shelter in St. Louis County. With the help of philanthropist Kathy J. Wyman, the shelter opened and is named in Miss Wyman's honor. It remains the only domestic violence shelter in St. Louis County. Later today, the shelter staff, former and current board members, and supporters will gather at a luncheon to observe the 30 years that the Wyman shelter has served our community. Also today, we are officially announcing a new specialty court dealing specifically with domestic violence cases. The Domestic Relations Specialty Court, run by the St. Louis County Municipal Court, will offer services to the offender, their survivor, and witnesses to the act. The goal of the Specialty Court is to end the cycle of violence, and this new early intervention program combines the services of multiple county and community partners to ensure that all parties receive treatment. A judge can refer a defendant to the program as a condition of probation, and if you believe a case in which you are the defendant or a survivor belongs in specialty court, or if you have any questions about this new initiative, then you can call 314-615-8760. October was first declared as National Domestic Violence Awareness Month in 1989, and since then, October has been a time to acknowledge domestic violence survivors and a voice for its victims. Domestic violence is prevalent in every community, and it affects all people, regardless of age, socioeconomic status, sexual orientation, gender, race, religion, or nationality. Physical violence is often accompanied by emotionally abusive and controlling behavior as a part of a much larger systematic pattern of dominance or control. If you need help, please call 800-799-7233. That's 800-799-SAFE. With me today is Teresa Quarles, the director of the Wyman Shelter, to talk a little bit about the facility, the services offered, and those the shelter helps every day. Teresa?
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Page. Good morning, everyone. The mission of the Kathy J. Wyman Shelter is to provide safe shelter and support services to promote the healing for women and children suffering the trauma of intimate partner violence. The shelter operates 24/7, 365 days a year, and we are a 39-bed facility. We service about 320 women and children annually. The shelter is safe and is confidentially located because we understand and recognize that safety is vital for women and children seeking safety and security, fleeing their domestic violence situations. The Kathy J. Wyman Shelter is committed to supporting women and their children as they start their journey to provide a variety of services. So some of the services that we provide is safe and emergency shelter, case management services, therapeutic services, legal advocacy, assistance with securing housing and employment, follow-up services, and we also go into the community and do education and training. And with that, we focus on domestic violence, domestic violence and teen and healthy relationship building. The shelter also mans a 24-hour crisis intervention hotline. So we know that domestic violence is pervasive, but we are so thankful to have the County Executive, Dr. Page, as well as our Human Services Director, County Executive, Sam Page, and our Department Director for Human Services, Howard Hayes. With their help and continued support, the Kathy J. Wyman Shelter can continue to assist women and their children to gain independence and stability. And together we can continue to save lives. Thank you.
Thanks, Teresa. And I would be glad to answer any questions.
Anybody have any questions? Alrighty.
Okay, thanks.